I'm Cody Story, mobility specialist and unconventional strength and conditioning coach. I'd like to take a brief moment to answer a couple questions. The number one question I keep being asked is, where do I start? In reference to our free Wednesday workouts that we continue to release every week, every Wednesday on our Story Fitness YouTube channel. But before I get to that question, the first question that I would like to address is, what kind of workouts are we providing? We're going to be providing a variety of different workouts over the course of the next few months. But we wanted to start with the first 10 weeks being 10 workouts dedicated to body weight training. And I also wanted to make these workouts very accessible and time efficient, because we understand how busy life can get, and we wanted to make it so easy that there is no excuse that could get in the way of you training these workouts. There'll be moderate to high intensity training sessions, and like I said, we're starting with just body weight workouts, and then over time in the near future we will start to introduce other unconventional strength and conditioning tools, which you should also be able to train whether you're on the road, at home, or at the office. The next question I would like to answer is, who are these workouts for? Well, I would love to say all humans, but if I was to narrow it down to a certain demographic or population, it would be specifically for mothers and fathers raising families, business owners, entrepreneurs, tech folks, office workers, adventure seekers, fitness enthusiasts. As you can see, the list goes on and on and on. Really, what I'm trying to say is, it's for folks with super hectic schedules that don't have a lot of time, that need a quick, effective, and efficient workout to help prioritize their health and fitness. Now I'd like to answer the main question, where do I start when it comes to your weekly Wednesday workouts? My suggestion is you start with workout number 1 and you go in order all the way to workout number 10. Workout 1 through 10 is going to be based on all body weight programming. Once you've got to 10, you're gonna drop back down to 1 and work your way back to 10 in order. How many times are you going to do that? We're giving you a goal. You're going to repeat 10 workouts 3 cycles, which will equal 30 workouts. My suggestion is also to pick either training twice a week or 3 days per week. So if you're training 2 days a week, it'll take you 15 weeks. That's your goal. If you're training 3 days a week, that will take you 10 weeks. Another goal. I always suggest starting with the minimum dosage and adding to that if you feel like you can stay consistent with 2, then bump it up to 3. Now this doesn't need to be your only training. I would also suggest 2 days of aerobic capacity work as well, and continue to work on your mobility 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You have a goal of 30 workouts, and your goal is going to be dependent upon how many sessions you perform per week, as far as how many weeks this should take, but it's going to be a 3-cycle program. Once you've completed 3 cycles, we will have already created other workouts implementing different strength and conditioning tools to where you will be able to start with program 2. So let's call 1 through 10 program 1, and once you've mastered that, then you'll be able to go on to program 2. Before I go, I would like to touch on a couple more things. One is video format. Like, how do the videos go, and when you're watching each workout, how should you go about it? The first thing we go through is an intro, then we get into the timing protocol, so you have a heads up as to what's to come. Then we'll go into the movement breakdowns, which are just little mini quick tutorials. You'll have anywhere from 1 to 3 different levels of modification, and you can either skip those if you've done these workouts before and you want to get right to the workout, or you can watch and practice each level of progression. Now, once you've gone through the movement breakdowns, then you're gonna get into the workout. Again, those workouts are only gonna be 20 minutes, and then we have a short outro asking you to click like, subscribe, or share these workouts with friends and family. Almost done, but I have to answer this question too because it came up this week. I was asked, why aren't there any warm-ups and cool-downs in these workouts? Which is a great question. I didn't want to put any warm-ups and cool-downs in these workouts because I wanted the least barrier to entry, so people could come in and work out for 20 minutes and then get on with their day and continue to be productive while prioritizing prioritizing their health and fitness. However, I think it's extremely important to warm up and cool down, so the suggestion that I will give you is check out our other videos, one being the daily mobility practice, and the other videos I would like you to watch if you need a deeper tutorial on how to apply the daily mobility practice, which is based on CARS, which comes from the functional range conditioning systems. I would like you to go through the individual CARS videos, one joint at a time, so you understand all the scientific principles that you need to apply to be specific when performing the CARS. And I would suggest that you add the CARS into the beginning of your workout for your warm-up, and then at the end of the workout for your cool down, I would like you to repeat the CARS again. For other deeper mobility work and deeper cool downs, we will be making those videos very, very soon, but I just didn't want a lot of resistance and I didn't want any excuses to get in the way of you working out for 20 minutes 2 to 3 times per week. So I encourage you to check out those other videos and use those for now as your warm-up and cool down. All right, I'm done answering questions, but I would love to leave you with these 2 final tips. Tip number 1, you shouldn't feel dead by the time you're done with your workout. You should feel rejuvenated and energized and like you could train another 20-minute workout. Number 2, I suggest that you set an intention for a specific intensity before you train. Now, you could map that out over a week or a course of weeks. How do you do that? These workouts have the potential to be trained at moderate intensity or high intensity. In the beginning, I suggest sticking to moderate intensity and working on quality form and building the skills with great form, rather than jumping into the deep end of the pool and not really knowing how to swim yet. Quality's where it's at. Now, the scale that you can base your intensity on is from 1 to 10. 1 being sitting on the couch and 10 being working out as hard as you possibly could. This is going to be based on your perception of exertion. Moderate intensity is between 6 and 8. High intensity is between 8 and 10. Before you start your workout, pick either moderate or high intensity. I would suggest peaking out once a week at high intensity. But that's just a starting point, and it's a great place to build a solid foundation. If this is totally new to you, just stick to moderate intensity, and then eventually you can peak out at high intensity once per week once you've established a great foundation with quality form. If you have any more questions or you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below. Click like, subscribe, and share these tutorials and workouts with friends and family, and I'll see you soon.